Good evening. It is November 13, 2024, and it's a Wednesday. Here in Cherbourg, it's currently -2 degrees Celsius, 29 degrees Fahrenheit. It is objectively cold, I would say, since it is below zero. It's freezing outside. The sun this morning rose. I'm just going to adjust this. The sun this morning rose at 6:44 a.m. and it set at 4:19 p.m. That is 9 hours and 35 minutes of sunlight. The days are getting shorter as we're fast approaching the winter solstice. Today, I thought I had a day off with nothing to do, but I have some work to do. I did not have work to do at the local music venue where I do janitorial work and sometimes lighting. But I have to send a lighting plan, or at least a beginning of a lighting plan for an event next week. And I haven't done one in a while, and I'm not excited about it since the software that I use is esoteric, to say the least, in the way that it works. But essentially, all I have to do is figure out the optimal place to put some dance mats, just so that the technical director of this space has an idea, like security-wise, and can approve it. Because there's laws about like security exits and stuff, but it's not super complicated. I just need to get it done. So that made me anxious. As I was going out to pick up a paycheck, but I saw him, chatted with him, was able to talk to somebody else on the phone, and it's all good. I just need to get it done. I was playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena, which I do compulsively, even though it makes me feel anxious and angry, and so then I stopped. So I'm going to make myself some dinner in a bit, but I'll work on this project first. I'll be finishing the Dark Souls 4 songs at some point, talking about them, but I just want to get on with my life for the moment. So I'll talk about the song Have One on Me by Joanna Newsom. Sorry, I'm congested again because of my allergies. From the album Have One on Me, which is the worst Joanna Newsom album, which is insane to say because it's nearly perfect. It's just a little bit too long. And it has a worse song, which is No Provenance. It's a triple album from 2010. I've talked about it before, and I've been listening to it since before it came out. I recall one time, I think I talked about this, but when it leaked, I talked to my friend, who's a Joanna Newsom fan, to the library in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And we listened to it at the same time. We were chatting with each other while listening to it simultaneously, and I really had to piss. And it's a long album. So, Have One on Me, I don't think it's one of the best songs on the album, but it's a fantastic song. It's the opening track. And that album does have some of the best songs, like Baby Birch, in California, which is one of my favorite songs. Good Intentions Paving Company, which is really like probably my top 5 favorite songs of all time. Jackrabbits, so good. I'm trying to think what the other best songs are. Let's look up the track listings. There's some that I think have aged not so well, like 81 is cute, but it's not that great. Like I said, No Provenance, which has warmed on me over the years, although I don't know if it's like sort of Stockholm syndrome of just like I've listened to it so much that I'm starting to appreciate it. But Soft as Chalk, it's great. But oh no, sorry, what the hell am I talking about? Easy's the first song. It's been so long since I've listened to this album. I should give it a spin. Again, no, Easy's the first track. Have One on Me is the second track. Easy's a great song. Um, You and Me Best is so good. Go Long is so good. Uh, but yeah, I'd say the top songs from this album are Good Intentions Paving Company, Baby Birch, You and Me Best in California, Jackrabbits, Go Long, Soft as Chalk, Does Not Suffice. It's like half the album, I think, is like 10 out of 10, and the rest is it's good. It's good. It's really good. It's one of my favorite albums. But yeah, at how long is it total? It's like an hour and a half. Yeah, 124 minutes and 8 seconds, almost an hour and a half. It's too long. She could have cut some of this stuff, especially No Providence in 81. But yeah, the song Have One on Me is one of the longer ones at 11 minutes. Oh, it is the longest one. Yeah, true. Kingfisher isn't as long. It's 9 minutes, 11 seconds. 11 minutes and 2 seconds. It is the longest one, but it's complex and beautiful, and the lyrics are great, and yeah, I don't know. I was smoking a cigarette a moment ago, and I was thinking about this song. I had it in my head. Um, but yeah, check out Have One on Me. If I had to rank the albums, which I will do right now, number one is Yeast. Number two is Divers. Number three is Milk-Eyed Mender. And then number four is Have One on Me. And we're just waiting on the next one. I don't think it's going to come out. It might come out next year, but somebody on Reddit said that they met Joanna Newsom recently and asked her about the album. She hadn't finished composing it yet. Is that what she said? But anyway, I don't even think she's recording it, or at least. Anyway, it's not done. But the new songs, I've talked about them before. The new songs that you perform live are absolutely amazing. It's so good. And it's crazy, like, because it's going to be 10 years next year since Divers came out, which is fucking crazy to think about, that it's been almost 10 years since Divers came out. And, like, I'd say the Milk-Eyed Mender, like, individually, the songs I enjoy more than Divers, if you go song by song. However, as a whole, look at the totality of Divers, the themes it explores and how it explores it, the lyrics. I think it's better. East is just. I've talked about East at great length, but it just feels so good to think about and talk about Joanna Newsom, and to listen to Joanna Newsom, and yeah. I mean, I guess what's cool about this album is that I have like 24 songs. No, sorry, 18 songs. 18 songs to talk about. I know I've talked about some other ones, but so yeah, I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of weather reports to do in the future where I can talk about songs from Have One on Me. So yeah, check it out. Wouldn't say it's necessarily a good introduction to Joanna Newsom if you haven't heard Joanna Newsom before. Probably the best way to start. I mean, the easiest way to start is with the Milk-Eyed Mender, since the songs are shorter. I'd say it's more digestible as a whole, because East is overwhelming. And the Milk-Eyed Mender is great, but East is, said it before, I'll say it again, it is my favorite album of all time. It's so good. It's so good. It's the greatest thing ever recorded. I can't believe after listening for like half my life, more than half my life, and it's still, I can't believe that it exists. I can't understand how such beauty has been put into the world by one person was in her 20s, early 20s when she made this. It fucking blows my mind. So good. I'm getting chills just thinking about East. I mean, that's not what I'm talking about today. Um, yeah, so I'll work on this lighting plan, plot, and listen to some Joanna Newsom while that's happening. Uh, yeah, listen to some songs from Have One on Me and get it done. And then I'll watch the movie Oddity that I've been talking about watching, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been feeling lots of anxiety, feeling, like I said yesterday, just crazy. Uh, and I was feeling crazy earlier. I was like walking and having like a anxiety attack while walking and just talking to myself and trying to talk myself down from this overwhelming anxiety. Uh, Tomorrow, got to get up early because I got to go do some janitorial work, and then I have a meeting with my counselor at the Drug and Alcohol Recovery Center. I didn't do the homework that she gave me. She gave me homework 2 weeks ago to every day write down 3 things that I did well. I have low self-esteem and lack self-confidence, and didn't do it. I can do it tonight, but we'll talk about it tomorrow, later tonight, here in Sherbrooke. Later tonight, it's just gonna keep getting colder. Surprise, surprise. It's gonna get a bit warmer by a degree. -1 degree Celsius, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 p.m. Gonna steadily go down to -3 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Fahrenheit at 8 p.m. and remain at that temperature until 11 p.m. Although at 10 p.m. it'll be -3 degrees Celsius, 26 degrees Fahrenheit. At 11 p.m. it'll go down to -4 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Gonna freeze our asses off here in Sherbrooke, although I am warm here. My heating has been performing poorly. This is an old building and it's not well insulated. But feeling okay now. It seems to be working now. I've also got this old PC running a Diablo 2 bot, which I turned back on really only for the warmth. So it's been helping out. The ground pork was on sale at the Super C grocery store, so I got a decent amount of that. I'll be making some of that tonight with some vegetables and some rice. Scratching my psoriasis. I'm going to stop doing that. What else do I have to do today? So, lighting plot, watch Oddity. I wanted to learn more about the plugin Redux by Renoise, since I was working on music yesterday. I continued working on music after Bob left my music studio, and I'd forgotten about this. I wanted to work on this, breaking up this, chopping up this breakbeat, which in the past what I'd done back when I had Ableton Live 10 was I would use Rewire, which is essentially allows you to use 2 digital audio workstations or pieces of music software and like route audio and MIDI between one. One is like the primary, one is a secondary one. So for example, I'd open like Ableton Live and then Renoise. It would allow me to it just synchronizes the 2 and routes audio from one to the other. That protocol has been deprecated by Steinberg, and so it just doesn't work in Ableton 11 or 12. So that doesn't work. But I do have the plugin version of sort of the Renoise sequencer, which is a tracker sequencer. So a lot of people, I'd say the majority of modern digital audio workstations have a horizontal timeline, sort of like a non-destructive video editor. Um, but way back in the day, in the early days of computer music, it would have a tracker interface. I think I've talked about this before. It happens vertically. What's cool about that, aside from just being a different way of thinking about sequencing music, so like samples or software synthesizers or even hardware for MIDI. One thing that's really cool is that renoise is really fun for manipulating samples in like a very granular way, because you can apply different effects very easily. I'd say like get to be like pretty granular divisions of time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's great for just like making breakbeat based music. So you can just like quickly chop up these breakbeats and do really crazy shit with them. But I never really used the Redux plugin because I'm like, well, I have the full version of Renoise, which is a very, very powerful piece of software that I can use. It's just that like I am quicker and more comfortable sequencing the rest of the stuff that I'm doing in Ableton. But now that doesn't work anymore. So I'm going to learn how to use Redux, which probably isn't that complicated. But I want to keep learning how to use it because I've lost a lot of self-confidence when it comes to making music, and I want to gain that back. What else? Read Ada or Ardor by Vladimir Nabokov. I've not advanced. It's just going to be a slow process since it is a delightful read, but it's also complicated on purpose because it's funny for it to be complicated. I'm not going to go to the gym. I need to reply to my mother and my aunt, which I've not done yet. And then I was going to go to the dollar store to get a whiteboard, since the one that I had is not staying on the wall, but I'll forgo that. So, I'll stay warm, I'll stay inside, and I'll make it through tonight into tomorrow. And, then I'll go play Magic the Gathering tomorrow night. Alrighty, everyone, have a great night.